A warm welcome to you here on TV News this hour on TV Sapienza. The top stories today. The federal government, in collaboration with the Leonard and Nkiruka Okonkwo Foundation, Heinrich Böll Foundation, and other stakeholders on Tuesday yesterday unveiled the 2025 to 2030 revised National Youth Manifesto in agriculture for Nigeria. More than 20 people have died today Wednesday in a torrential spell of monsoon rain in Pakistan, where downpours have swept away an entire village over the last week, killing more than 400 people. The Serie A club said today Wednesday that Roma have signed Jamaican international winger Leon Bailey on a loan from Aston Villa. My name is Chioma Victor. Now the news in full. The federal government, in collaboration with the Leonard and Nkiruka Okonkwo Foundation, Heinrich Böll Foundation, and other stakeholders, on Tuesday yesterday unveiled the 2025 to 2030 revised National Youth Manifesto in agriculture for Nigeria. Also launched at the event in Abuja was the 2025 Nigerian Youth in Agribusiness Call to Action, a framework designed to reposition young people at the heart of agricultural transformation. Speaking at the ceremony, the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Senator Abubakar Kyari, described the manifesto as a youth-owned roadmap for the future of agriculture in Nigeria. Represented by Mrs. Safina Abdullah, Deputy Director of Planning and Policy Coordination in the ministry, Kyari noted that the unveiling was not symbolic but a call to duty. He assured that the ministry was committed to turning the document into actionable policies, investments and opportunities. The minister explained that the manifesto is anchored on 8 key priorities: agroecology and climate resilience, access to land and input, youth-responsive finance and market access, agri-tech innovation and research, capacity development, gender and social inclusion, policy advocacy and governance, as well as mentorship and intergenerational learning. The authorities of Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, have banned final year students from participating in examination orchestration signing off. In a press release on Tuesday yesterday signed by the registrar, Dr. Chinenye Okeke, the ban takes immediate effect. Okeke cited chaos, violence and disruption of normal university activities as the reasons behind the directive. Okeke assured that the university management remains committed to providing a safe and secure environment for academic pursuits and will not tolerate actions undermining this commitment. The federal government on Tuesday yesterday unveiled 2 major literacy and empowerment interventions aimed at reducing Nigeria's alarming out-of-school population, with a combined target of enrolling 500,000 learners and educating and empowering 1 million undeserved girls across the country. At the National Commission for Mass Literacy, Adult and Formal Education headquarters in Abuja, the acting executive secretary, Dr. John Onimisi, said the commission had commenced a training for enumerators on automated data tools to capture youths who dropped out of school or never had the opportunity to continue their education. Onimisi explained that the program, which will run in phases across the 774 local government areas, is designed to return over 500,000 learners in the first phase and provide them with both literacy and vocational training. He disclosed that 372 enumerators from the 36 states and the FCT had already been trained, while 250 facilitators would drive the exercise in Abuja. On monitoring, he added that it will be done in real time through a dashboard linked to the National Identity Management System. Moving on, Japan hosted African leaders today Wednesday for a 3-day development conference, offering itself as an alternative to China and the continent reels from debt crisis exacerbated by Western aid cuts, conflicts and climate change. Attendees at the Tokyo International Conference on African Development included Nigerian President Bola Tinubu, South Africa's Cyril Ramaphosa, William Ruto of Kenya, and UN head Antonio Guterres. China has invested heavily in Africa over the past decade, with its companies there signing deals worth hundreds of billions of dollars to finance shipping, ports, railways, roads and other projects under Beijing's Belt and Road Global Infrastructure Initiative. We will take a break right now. When we return on the news, still on education, the Academic Staff Union of Universities has urged the federal government to delist the union from the Tertiary Institution Staff Support Fund. These and other stories will come your way after this time out. Stay with us. Welcome back to the news. I'm glad to have you still here with us. The Academic Staff Union of Universities has urged the federal government to delist the union from the Tertiary Institution Staff Support Fund while calling on its members to gear up for fresh protests over unresolved demands. The union described its inclusion in the federal government loan scheme as a ploy by the government to conscript it as a guarantor of loans it knows nothing about. This contained in a communique issued at the end of the ASUU's National Executive Council meeting held at the Usmanu Danfodio University, Sokoto, and signed by its president, Christopher Piwuna, on Tuesday yesterday, as maintained that rather than float loan schemes, the federal government should release the withheld 3.5 month salaries of its members, which it said would be of more value to them. Recall that the federal government, through the Minister of State for Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, last week launched the TISSF, that's a 0% interest loan scheme for academic and non-academic staff of tertiary institutions to accept up to 10 million naira. We are following up on the story and we'll keep updating you. Here in Anambra State, the state government said it's appalled by the disturbing video being circulated online showing some members of the National Youth Service Corps, NYSC, being assaulted and harassed by members of Operation Udogachi in Oba, Idemili South local government area of Anambra State. The Anambra State government strongly condemned this act of violence and harassment on these young Nigerians who are serving their country with dedication and patriotism. The government maintains that the Anambra security outfits, Agune Chamber and Operation Udogachi, were a child of necessity established by the Anambra Homeland Security Law 2025 to maintain law and order, not to perpetrate violence and intimidation. The government equally notes that the two security outfits have commendably maintained law and order in the state since their introduction on January 18, 2025. Therefore, any form of assault perpetrated by any member of the security outfit is outside their code of conduct, and all those involved, particularly in the incident under reference and review, will face the full wrath and weight of the law. The government wishes to reassure members of the public, particularly youth corps members in Anambra State, for their national service, that they have nothing to fear from the state security outfits, that's Agune Chamber and Operation Udogachi, and that they should go about their lawful activities without fear or intimidation. Away from Anambra State and Nigeria, more than 20 people have died on Wednesday, that's today, in a torrential spell of monsoon rain in Pakistan, where downpours have swept away entire villages over the last week, killing more than 400. 11 people have died in touristic northern region of Gilgit-Baltistan and 10 others in Karachi, the financial capital in the south, due to urban flooding that caused house collapses and electrocution. The National Disaster Management Authority has said schools remain closed in the city of more than 20 million as the meteorological department predicted more rain till Saturday. Amir Haidar Lahari, chief meteorologist of the Singh province, blamed weak infrastructure for the flooding in big cities, as Karachi's crumbling pipes and sewer system struggled to cope with the downpours. Rush hour drivers were caught in rising waters late Tuesday, and multiple neighborhoods experienced power cuts. By Wednesday morning, that is this morning, the water had receded. An international photographer reported between 40 and 50 houses had been damaged in two districts, provincial disaster official Mohammed Yunis said. We will give you updates in our subsequent bulletins. Finally, in sports, the Serie A club said today, Wednesday, that Roma have signed Jamaican international winger Leon Bailey on loan from Aston Villa. In a statement, Roma said that they have an option to make Bailey's one-year loan move permanent, reportedly for a fee of 22 million euros, that is $25.6 million and 19 million euros. Bailey, 28, arrives in Italy after 4 years at Aston Villa, where he scored 22 goals and 144 appearances. Now coached by Gian Piero Gasparini, Roma is aiming to qualify for the Champions League for the first time since 2018. They will host Bologna on Saturday in the opening round of fixtures in the 2025 and 26 Serie A season. Well, that's it on the news this hour. A quick reminder of our top stories. We told you that the federal government, in collaboration with Leonard and Nkiruka Okonkwo Foundation, Heinrich Bull Foundation, and other stakeholders on Tuesday yesterday, unveiled the 2025 to 2030 revised National Youth Manifesto in agriculture for Nigeria. More than 20 people have died today Wednesday in a torrential spell in monsoon rain in Pakistan, where downpours have swept an entire village over the last week, killing more than 400. The Serie A club said today Wednesday that Roma have signed Jamaican international winger Leon Bailey on loan from Aston Villa. Many thanks for joining us on this hour, on News Hour on Sapiencia. My name is Chioma Vicchunga. Thanks for watching and do have a great time. Bye-bye.